right, happy Friday everyone. I'm actually recording this on Tuesday. Change of scenery in the background. I drove Yunji. She is at the DMV, or we are at the DMV right now. She is getting her real ID because her license was stolen in Mexico City. Video on that maybe in the future. I want to kick today off. Well, first thing I want to say is I just bought a tripod, and that is why my hands are free and the camera is not too close. I've been hating on the tripod. It's the Joby Gorilla Pro one. It's one with the three little legs that are all adjustable. And I've been having a hard time with it, but it is finally shining in that I have attached it to the steering wheel. I was like, where do I put this? So I'll throw a link in the description. If you vlog or have a tripod, like a travel tripod for your iPhone, would love to hear about it in the comments. So this Friday freestyle, record on a Tuesday. The first thing I wanted to start off with was actually not talking about what's on my mind, but I had a question for you all. So I am back in LA right now. I'm actually going to New Orleans tomorrow. Suffice to say, I'm no longer in Mexico. So I have footage from, I'm like at the very beginning of film from San Miguel de Allende. So I've got some of the next few videos will be still Querétaro. I think the last one's coming out tomorrow night, and then it'll be mostly San Miguel. My question is, should I continue like working through chronologically, which would be, you know, San Miguel for a few weeks, and then our second trip to Mexico City, followed by Playa del Carmen? Or should I do like some sort of mix of like maybe on Wednesdays or Saturday, I continue with, you know, chronologically in Mexico, and then on the opposite day, I sort of try to start from where I am. It's never going to be perfect because, and it's a good problem to have, like we film and like live more than there's time to edit. So it would be hard for me, besides these Friday freestyles, to like, you know, upload my first day in New Orleans on my first day. Like I'm going to be like living that and like trying to enjoy. But anyways, should I continue just chronologically? Should I mix things in from the quote unquote present? Please let me know in the comments, because based on, you know, what people say, I'll mix it up. Like I'm happy to stay chronologically. I'm happy to start throwing in stuff from LA or New Orleans or wherever. So that's the first thing. Please let me know. As far as what's on my mind, oh, and the mustache is probably new. I've had this for a few days and it's in videos that will appear later. My perfect segue. My bachelor party in New Orleans is starting tomorrow, Wednesday, November 17th to Sunday, November 21st. We're going to New Orleans, me and 9 of my friends, or 9 of my friends and I am going, me. Usually don't mess that one up. And we're gonna be wearing Hawaiian shirts. So I know you guys probably think I have no clothes and I'm always wearing these, but we're gonna be rocking Hawaiian shirts. I've requested mustaches from the group, so that's why that. And that is a good segue. Sorry about this motorcycle that's, you know, letting us know they exist. You know, that's fun. Bye bye motorcycle. Okay, weird flex, but all right. Hashtag environment. That's kind of what's on my mind. I don't want to get too much into it. I will be uploading at some point, like my last day in LA here, and kind of like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, getting ready. So that's kind of what's on my mind, the things I still need to do. So after Yunji gets her real ID, we'll head back home, clean up from lunch. I will start packing. Packing will be in that other video if anyone's interested in that. I actually have way too much stuff. And I find that on short trips, you know, 2, 3, 4, like a long weekend, you end up overpacking because you have the space. So it's like, I want to have every comfortable thing no matter what. So like, I have this like fuzzy fleece I want to bring that's probably unnecessary. I want to bring 2 pairs of joggers instead of 1, so I can like wear one during the day and just sleep in one. So fitting everything in is going to be funny. I had a fun run-in with Southwest. I have not flown Southwest in like 3 or 4 years. Totally forgot how the check-in process worked, but was able to get the A group. So if anyone is unfamiliar with Southwest, you don't like pre-select your seat. You basically can check in 24 hours in advance, and the sooner you check in, the higher your priority number. And then you kind of like queue up, and then it's like a free-for-all to get the seats based on order. So if you're in the A group or like the very beginning of the Bs, you should be fine. I am flying nonstop from LA to New Orleans tomorrow by myself. And then on the way back, 2 of my friends that live in San Francisco, Adam and Patrick, will be on the the same flight with me from New Orleans to LA, and then they'll continue on to Oakland. And I'm getting no lounge access tomorrow because I'm not really sure what's in Terminal 1 at LAX. They do have the Centurion Lounge in the International Terminal. There's a Delta Lounge in Terminal 2 and 3. I think the Virgin has one, but anyways, not gonna have one. And then on the way back in New Orleans, I will have one because we have to check out so early at like 10 and my flight's at like 1:30 or 1:45. Probably be at the airport a long time and take advantage of that lounge for better or worse for when I get back on Sunday. But yeah, looking forward to it. I'm spent a lot of this morning kind of like mapping out each day what neighborhood I want to do and like where I want to get brunch or lunch or dinner and like what bars make sense when. I had this like weird thought. I think our brains secrete whatever like Adderall and Ritalin secrete, because sometimes when I just get in the zone, you can talk to me or ask me a question and I have no clue that you're there. Like I'm just so dialed in, and it's almost dangerous sometimes. Like I'll never forget when I was in college, I was like in the zone, I was like mock drafting for fantasy football, and my friend Grant asked me to like, I guess just touch up his hair in the back, and I didn't even hear him or whatever. Someone put the razor in my hand and I just like went up and his haircut was done, and it was like on no guard. It was just like when you clean up around the ears and stuff, and I just chunked out his hair on the back, and he's like, you know, what the heck are you doing? And I literally like snapped out of it, and I didn't even think I did anything wrong. I was like, what are you talking about? I thought you needed me to do your hair. And he's like, I needed the line in the back. So can be dangerous trying to like snap yourself out of that stuff. So yeah, living in spreadsheet land and like mapping out each day and looking at like different blogs on where to go, I was very out of it, but I am excited. There's a lot of different things we'll try to do. There's way too many restaurants and even more bars. Like there's no way we'll get to do it all, but I think I found like a nice little mix. And then as far as other things, like what I'm streaming, I was wrapping up the Schumacher documentary on Netflix last night. I started that in San Miguel de Allende, and it just like fell away from like me thinking about things, probably because we didn't have a TV in Mexico City. So wrapping that up, it was interesting. I love Formula One, and I think the movies and the TV shows really do a good job of like getting you into it. But Schumacher, who's like the Michael Jordan of Formula One, had a much different kind of career than I thought. I'm not done with it, but that's kind of the only thing. Oh, other thing, on my flight back from Playa del Carmen or Cancun, they had Rick and Morty season 5 available. I hadn't seen any of it, so I watched 2 or 3 episodes that were available on there, and then through YouTube TV I had the rest of the season, so I like binged that the last few days. It's not perfect, but this season had a lot of interesting stuff. Like there was an incest baby in episode like 3 or 4, and they like kept making fun of it the whole season. And then they did get back to canon, like the main storyline towards the end, and like it gets pretty deep. And then when you start thinking about like memory and consciousness and stuff, like it is a comedy, but I think it's a really intelligent, deep show. Like it trolls and it's kind of a joke, but highly recommend Rick and Morty in general. And then I'm sure if you watch Rick and Morty, you've already seen season 5, but if not, highly recommend. And then in terms of reading, I basically, since my last video, I think I was talking about Malibu Rising and Daisy Jones and the Six. I just started Daisy Jones, or I was like halfway through. I did finish that book. That is one of the best books I've read this whole year. It was way better than Malibu Rising for me. I just really liked the different perspectives and stuff. I thought they did a great job of ending it. There's some twists in there, but highly recommend that book. I'll throw that in the description. I really, really enjoyed that. One of the best books of the year for me. And now I just last night started Obelisk Gate, which is number 2 in the, what's it called? The first book's called the 5th season, but I think it's called like something trilogy, Broken Earth trilogy, maybe? And it's picking up sort of where the last book left off. It's actually picking up, the book starts from a different perspective of where the first book starts. Someone's looking for someone, and I don't want to give anything away. It's too early on in the book to recommend, but N.K. Jemisin or Jessamine, whatever her name is probably one of the most important authors right now, period. Highly recommend the 5th season or The City We Became. I already kind of talked about what's up this weekend. We're going to New Orleans. I'm going to film everything, so Wednesday to Sunday. That'll turn into probably 5 videos. I'll just do one on each day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Wednesday will be us getting in. Thursday will be us hitting the French Quarter for the most part. Friday will be us hitting like the warehouse and garden district. Saturday will be us hitting Marigny and Bywater. I'm probably butchering some of the pronunciation. I'm sorry about that. And then Sunday will probably just be us grabbing brunch and hitting the airport lounge. But I wanted to stay disciplined on doing this. This is my third of 4 Friday freestyles. My views went drastically down from the first one to the second one, but I'm gonna at least do 4 of these. I enjoy them. If there's anything you wanna hear me talk about, if you think the format should change, if you think this would be better streamed, if you think the background should change or it's like not dynamic enough, any feedback's great. If you're watching this, thanks so much. Have a great weekend, and we'll be back with the video tomorrow. It will be our Saturday or 3rd day in San Miguel. Super exciting. And we'll see you soon. Thanks for being a part of Interesting. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great weekend.